Hi, I recently did a video comparing New York and Sydney residential real estate prices, and that was quite popular. And I asked if people wanted to see a similar one on commercial real estate. So let's go. And of course, this comes about because of Lewis Rossman, Rossman Real Estate Channel, of course, who is famously in New York here. Where is he? He's in West 27th Street here. Gotta say, that's not the best publicity photo. I don't know if they put that there or, come on. Come on, you need a bit better than that. What are the what are all the stuffed animals up on the shelves? I guess they flog lots of those on their store. Anyway, check out Lewis Rossman on YouTube. Because he has, of course, done the famous Rossman Real Estate series where he just looks at commercial real estate in New York and how insanely expensive it is and how they never lower their prices and everything else. So I thought I'd actually compare. Well, we're talking about retail spaces here, not like the corporate stuff that I'm looking at here, although he has looked at a few of those, like a commercial office complex that I'm in here, just like a generic office in an office tower here. These are, he's more specifically looking at retail, like ground floor level retail space. So that's what we'll actually compare here. Now, I don't know if there's anything better than LoopNet. I have no idea about Manhattan commercial real estate. So I just found this site. Anyway, I've got, so Manhattan. So we've got for lease. Okay, and we've got retail. They've got different types, office, which would be the type of commercial office that I'm in here. Although the ones I've seen in New York, they're, as they say, if it looked any better, you couldn't afford it. Whereas here, I've talked about this in my commercial real estate videos here for Norwest Business Park that I'm in here in Sydney, Australia, that is. But where pretty much everything in this office park is considered A-grade office space. Basically, there is no such thing as a dump here. Where in New York, it's 99% dump, and the the exceptions are the ones that you can't afford. So anyway, let's take a look here. And now, so I've gone for, I believe, vague recollection that Lewis got his space for around $60 a square foot per year, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be entirely wrong. Anyway, so I've put just a nominal round figure under $50 per square foot. Sorry, Yankee rubbish, a square foot per year. So we'll run with that, and we'll go with what's available. There's more filters. New York, no, we won't care. So $50 per square foot per year. That translates into about 500 Yankee bucks per square meter per year, and that translates into about $680 Australian per square meter per year. So that's what we're going to, sort of the ballpark that we're going for. And so as you can see, in Manhattan, there's actually not many spaces at all that are $50 per square foot per year. So $50 per square foot, and we're going to talk yearly here. We won't talk monthly unless we absolutely have to. And of course, all this stuff in here, you can't afford it, of course. Let's say we go between 50 and $100, then you start getting a few. Okay, there we go, $100 to $1,000 per square foot per year, and we start talking I believe around this part in here is going to be a more expensive part, I guess. But anyway, let's go back to our $50, our 0 to 50 bucks per square foot per year. So you can actually get things what I would consider relatively cheap in Manhattan. But let's see what you get. So at $50 per square foot per year, something the size of my lab here, which is 50 square meters. Sorry, I'm going to be using the units all over the shop here. Stick with me. Then that at $500 Yankee per square meter per year, that is $25,000 for a 50 square meter office like I've got here. I think Lewis is, quadruple the size of my lab or something. It's huge, right? But I can't remember how many square foot, 2,000 square foot or something. I don't know, divided by 10 is like 200 square meters. So yeah, that's a big place. It's like 4 times the size of here. But anyway, like 25,000 a year for a retail space. US, like, and this is the advertised price. And of course, we have to assume that this square footage is actually real, because of course, the famous saying on Lewis's channel, he's got the famous video where it's not lying, it's commercial real estate. Whereas a very different market here. Well, I can really only talk for like Norwest and Castle Hill business parks here, but I'm sure it's the same all over Sydney, is that they don't lie about the space available. If you get your 50 square meters, it's pretty much bang on exactly 50 square meters. It might include like the center line of the walls, so you might lose like 1 square meter due to like the thickness of the walls or something, a couple of square meters. But no, it's not like it's not like half that size or anything like that. So it's pretty much bang on here. So yeah, I don't know what the difference is in the markets. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, so Lewis is on West 27th Street. So is there anything near him? Yes, there's West 26th Street. Here we go. Loft. Creative space. Okay. Now we're getting, yeah, here we go. Right. So let's have a look at what you get for your 24,000 square feet of 4-star retail office space. Okay. That's above there, is it? That's actually not bad. That actually looks pretty good for New York, doesn't it? Up to full floors, including the penthouse suite, are available. So everything's available. Everything's vacant. Of course it is. Negotiable. Second floor, 7,000 square feet. $50 per square feet per year. But that's a lot of space. Wow. Yeah, get your confuser out. That's 350,000 Yankee bucks per year for that. So that's a lot of space. Do they actually show you inside? Okay, typical like sort of like small foyer. Nah, that's it. They don't even show you the space. They just show you the entry. That's it. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so we might be looking at where you're obviously not going to get, 2,900 to a 9,000. No, Masonic Hall, Nelson Tower. No, you're not going to get, these are all big spaces, like 3,500 square foot for 25, oh no, for your 12,000, you have to go up to your 12,900 square foot before you'll get your $25 per square foot. So yeah, he's right, there's nothing really. Can we limit the size? So let's limit it to the 2,000 square feet, which is 200 square meters, which is pretty darn big. So that's twice the size of the 100 square meter lab that I used to rent near here, which was, I paid 30,800 or near the 31,000, not including outgoings, which is the strata fees and everything on top. It was near $40,000 Australian, so roughly 30,000 US for my 100 square meters. So let's actually search for that. Yeah, they start to vanish. Was there one down near Lewis here? Let's have a look. Oh, no, the East Village. He's talked about the East Village a lot. $27 per square foot. Wow, for an 1,800 square foot retail space. That's pretty good, isn't it? It's a shop at the moment. That's actually 1,800 square foot. Term, 11 years. You've got to take out 11-year term. Wow. Here, the terms are typically 2 years. Pretty rare to get a 12-month term here. It's usually 2 to 3 years minimum, and you'll get a better rate if you go longer. So, yeah. So it's just a daggy shop. Yeah, look, the roof's fallen in. It's all water damaged and everything else. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty cheap. But technically, you can get a cheap space. The Ukrainian village. I didn't know there was a... Oh, NoHo. I've been to New York, but I don't know. Sorry. Boutique office building. 53,000 square foot. No, come on. So they're dodging... Yeah, they're getting dodgy on the... Okay, so there we go. Yeah, $45 per square foot for 1,000 square meters. There you go. Square meters, square feet. Oh, I like that. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Geez, wouldn't that be... That'd be a pretty schmick lab, wouldn't it? And the high ceilings and everything else. I mean, it's old as, right? It's got concrete roof and everything else, but this one's, you know, it's all worn and everything, but it's kind of funky, right? I love how they've just got the, is that like just photoshopped furniture or something, or have they just placed it there for the photo? Oh, look, you've got a balcony and everything. Oh, have you got a bar? What the? That's part of the whole complex. So yeah, that's brand new $2 million renovation. Whoa, there you go. For lower level, 400 to on request, but rate 45. They don't tell you which one they show though, so it could be anywhere. You're really not getting much, are you? Madison Avenue, price not disclosed. Yeah, so it's snuck through the Contemporary Fashion Centre. There you go. That's not a bad. That's not a bad looking store. That's pretty good. You could work with that. No wuckers. 1,100 square foot, $49 per square foot per year. Okay, partial build out. Okay, so it's possible. Oh, it's even got an Energy Star label rating. 1908. I mean, there's like, come on, like there's. Well, I'm not saying there's nothing in Sydney that's 1908. There is, but oh, geez, you know, it's like. Although no, a lot of the ground level stuff would be pretty old. So anyway. Total building, 250,000 square feet. So let's go to Sydney here. I'm going to use commercialrealestate.com.au, but there's other ones like Real Commercial and places like that. So, you know, if you don't know Sydney, there's, of course, oh, can we get satellite? Yep. There's, of course, the Harbour Bridge, which connects Sydney, Australia to New Zealand over here. And then we have the Opera House, which, yep, famous opera house there. And there's the Botanical Gardens and stuff like that, the Carlisle Expressway. And this is like George Street is the main, George Street is the main street. But as I said in the previous video, they've actually was the main street that splits Sydney into like two halves. But they've now converted it into a tramway. That's why it looks narrow like that. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to go in and have a look. There you go. They've got the new tram lines installed. So this is Sydney. There you go. Corner of George and Hunter there. There you go. So yeah, that's like smack bang in the middle of Sydney CBD. So let's have a look. Now I've put up a similar thing here. Let's go for lease. Price up to $200,000 per year, because here they'll give you they really only advertise like a per year option here in Australia. So what do we do? So let's go for the 200 square meters times the similar benchmark we had for the $50 per square foot, which is 680 per square meters per year, which is 136,000. So let's just say 150K here, okay? So $150,000 a year. That usually doesn't include the outgoings, which I might explain as we go in, but let's have a squiz here. Oh, yeah, I've already opened a couple. Here we go, 52,000 a year plus GST. Yeah, I already had this one. This is 70 square meters. So 52,500 divided by 70, get the confuser out here, 750 per square meter per year. So, you know, and that's gross too. That means all your outgoings are included. So your strata fees for the building and maintenance and all that sort of stuff, you'd really only have to pay for your power and whatnot for your utilities. So here we go. So this is it looks like what have they got? Bloody property managers. Ironically, there you go. So that's a nice like street level building here. That's pretty schmick. Geez, I wouldn't mind like, and you drop down. Okay, so you drop down through the lovely doors here. This is pretty schmick, isn't it? Wow. And you've got like a little office as well. Bit dodgy up there on the lights. That in my office, the light up there is where I famously got flooded. The light poured through and the water poured all through the light fittings. And in this drop cavity here, this is how my lab famously flooded that time. Anyway, it's got a little another little office. It's got a little kitchenette and a dunny. Toilet rubbish, dunny here. And this is Darling Harbour here. This is the Maritime Museum here. Is that a view? That'd be a view from the top of the building, is it, or is that the building down there. No, that's not Clarence. It's one. Oh, and you've got, look, rooftop as well. Very nice. That you'd be able to use if you're a tenant. So there you go. That's pretty good. That's pretty schmick. For 60, roughly, I think, $60 per American per square foot per year. And that includes outgoing. Small CBD office shop with prominent exposure. Includes 20 square meters exclusive. Oh, it's shared. Oh, is that why? It's shared. Bastards. Another one up here on Erskine Street. 120 square meters, shop and retail. Contact agent. Yeah, it doesn't tell you. Yeah, the bastards are sneaking in. $500. Yeah, there it is. $500 per square meter to $620 per square meter. So that's under the $50 per square meter Yankee, like bargain basement Yankee price. So let's have a look at what is less than bargain. This is not floor level. This is not ground level. No, you're only looking at. No, okay, no. I don't think this is. Well, it's got an ATM in there. They usually only get those in. No, that looks like it's elevated. There's a drop there. So, this is just your regular commercial office. Yeah, this is how all the commercial offices in my business park look. So, yeah, whoa, look at that. Nice. Oh, beautiful. Marble and everything else. Oh, no. So you walk up. Are they just like off there? If so, it's not quite street retail. You don't actually get exposure. But, geez, if you want a nice office space in the middle of the city, because you've got clients who come in and whatnot, and you don't want the retail shop presence, then geez, that's pretty cheap. Part level, suite 101. Okay, so that'd be on ground level. Shop 5. Okay, $500 per square meter. Open plan boardroom, main office, meeting room. See, pretty good. So yeah, you're going to have, right off the bat here, you're going to have much more choice here in Sydney, and it's going to be a lot better than Manhattan, I'd say. I mean, you'd have to spend hours at this. I would have to go through and pick out the primo examples in both. I'm just doing this in real time here. Please forgive the length of this video. The Iraqi consulate. I didn't know there was an Iraqi consulate. There it is. Hi to all my Iraqi viewers. There are quite a few, actually. I get emails and stuff from them. So, yeah, $620 a square meter. That's for 366 square meters, so that's pretty big. So you're going to be paying, a fair bit per year. 88 per square meter, price upon application. 120,000 per annum, which isn't, shop and retail. There you go. 120,000, which isn't that bad for 156 square meters. So yeah, that's probably double what you'd pay in my business park here for that amount of space. But, this is in the main CBD, and you'll get in Central Business District, we call it here in Sydney. Sydney, I explained in the last video, is a 50-kilometre half-circle radius when you say Sydney. So we're talking about the Sydney Central Business District. Just like when you talk about Manhattan, you're talking about Manhattan, not New York, which is which has all the different boroughs or whatnot. I don't know the terminology, but yeah. Geez, that's nice, isn't it? It's got that industrial feel. It's got the drop LED lights and stuff. I like the that's like a piston engine kind of table, right? That's pretty funky. You probably don't get that, but there's Centrepoint Tower here in Sydney. This is Darling Harbour, as I talked about, and it's this building right here. So you're right in the middle of the action. There's Garden Island that I used to work at. It's the Naval Yards, and that's pretty schmick. That's pretty schmick for 120,000 per annum. That would not, because they don't say it, that would be plus outgoings. They don't mention it. Secure on-site car parking available. Yeah, they won't give you a car spot because they're rare as hen's teeth in Sydney. You'll have to pay extra for that. You pay half that cost again just for a car parking spot in Sydney. Yeah, it is very close to Wynyard and Town Hall stations, just a walk, minutes to Martin Place. Barangaroo there, that's like a new casino-y type, outdoor area kind of thing. And yeah, it's surrounded by restaurant. Yeah, it's like next door to Papa Getty's. And since I left you, okay. But yeah, that's pretty schmick. Street view, here it is. That's what you get for 120. Oh, we're in the foyer, are we? Yeah, we're in the foyer. Oh, can we head out? Let's go onto the street. It's pretty good. That street view has, there we go. There's Lewis's bike. Bafang all the way. No, not quite. But yeah, this is a nice old Kent house. That is, yeah. Once again, that would like date to, I don't know how old Kent House is, but old here is like 100+ years, 100 years old or something like that. But, this is, it's a really fine place, right? That's really quite nice. Wow. And you can get that for 120k Aussie per annum. The outgoings on that, I don't know, it might bump it up to 140 or something, maybe. I'm not entirely sure about CBD outgoings and stuff, but 231 per square metre. Clarence, see, 95,000 gross for a 77 square metres. So what's that? 95,000 divided by 77. Oh yeah, you start getting pricey with the smaller stuff. That's $1,233 per square metre. So divide that by that's 123 Yankee bucks per square foot per year. So this starts to get, it's nice though. There's nothing, you won't see the boarded up crap here in Sydney. That's schmick. I assume you get that. That's like that's obviously cafe. That's a refrigerator thing. So if you want to open a cafe there, 95 grand gross. So that includes all the outgoings. You don't have to pay for your power and your gas and whatnot. Suitable for cafe. What's F&B? Sounds, I don't know. It sounds like something you'd find on Pornhub. F&B? I don't know. Yeah, it's got a large commercial fridge and freezer. Wow. Okay, pretty schmick, huh? 43 square metres. That's smaller than my lab here. Contact agent. Bastards, come on. Price upon application. But you can see that the prices we've been able to get are as cheap as the lowest bargain basement New York real estate retail, but it's smack bang in the middle of Sydney, and it's all nice. Like, as I said, you probably won't find a dump here. I think you'd be hard pressed. Like, I'm searching bottom and barrel price, right, up to 150k per year. Under that, and you'd be hard pressed to get a dump. You really wouldn't. 110 square metres for 105,000, including outgoings. Okay, including outgoings. That seems to be common in the Sydney CBD, whereas here, it's pretty rare to get a place that includes the outgoings, all the strata fees and stuff. But there you go, right on Circular Quay there. Oh, call Bill. Not going to give us the price. Tell us the price, son. A lot of them don't like to include the price, but down here, this is Chinatown. So you'll get, this is the University of Technology here, one of my old stomping grounds, and 33 square metres, 500 plus GST per metre. Oh, okay, there's a rare person actually showing you $500 per square metre. So that's under the fifth, that's about $40 per square metre, Yankee. So let's see what you get. 12 square metres for your 12 square metres. Wow. What do you get? Do they include a photo? Oh, you get this tiny little thing here at the bottom of the escalator. So there you go. You're inside some shopping complex there near Darling Harbour. You're in, yeah. So you're near Darling Harbour here. And the markets are in here, I believe, in this big building. So that'd be, yeah. So, if you just want that little, stand-in type thing, you could have, I don't know, a little iPhone repair business, just there. See, that would only cost you $6,000 per year, right? That's only if you wanted to run your little iPhone repair business, little shoe repair business from there, shoe phone repair business, shoes and shoe phones, highly recommended, mixing those two blends, cater for everyone. Prime CBD retail for lease, 12 square metres, you're only talking $6,000 a year, plus GST, and you probably got a little bit of outgoings in that maybe. It's home to a number of trendy and gourmet Asian cuisines, also congregates boutique fashion outlets, blah, blah, blah. One Dixon Street shopping centre. There you go. So if you want a space in a shopping centre, the middle of Darling Harbour, which is a huge populous, tourist centre in Sydney, as well as, I don't know about people who live around there, but, these would all these would be apartments up there and stuff like that. You'd $6 grand a year for your little thing next to the escalator here. No wuckers. Okay, we won't go down near Central Train Station here. This would be like, that's the equivalent of Grand Central Station, I guess. Central Station here. And once you exit Central Station, these actually go underground. Yeah, you can see the train lines vanish. They go under. And then they go, ta-da, over the Harbour Bridge, the Sydney Harbour Bridge. They go all the way to New Zealand. So you can catch a train easily from Central Station here over to New Zealand. No problem. So there's another 100 grand gross, or 55 square meters. That's next to a pizza place. No, or is a pizza place going out? If you want your pizza place, there you go. So you got to make your 100 grand a year. Yeah, pizza place. McClay's Pizza's going out of business. COVID, I'm sure. Yeah, but there you go. 100,000 per year gross. 55 square meters, slightly bigger than my lab here. So yeah, so that's about 4 times the price of my lab here. Well, actually, no, less, because this lab would be about, I own it, so I'm not paying rent. But if I was to rent out, which it'd be about 20 to 25,000 a year, something like that, plus outgoings. Maybe let's say 3 times the price of my commercial office complex here, right out in the middle of La La Land. So there you go. That's interesting, huh? Yep, Sydney seems to be, as you'd expect, because, Sydney's not New York, right? But, I don't think you'd get a dump here. Please, leave it in the comments if you can find a dump. If you can find an absolute shithole that almost every one of which was what Lewis inspected. So that's the rule in New York. It's a shithole unless proven otherwise. So yeah, you just assume it's a shithole and you've got to do all the work to it. Whereas here, you wouldn't have to get anything done to it. Like, here we go. Like, here's one out here, Taylor Square near St. Vincent's Hospital, for example. This is one of the old sandstone buildings, is it? Yep, as I said, Sydney's built on all sandstone. So a lot of our old buildings are built with sandstone. So it's a bit how you're doing out the front, but it's still got nice. A florist was in here. There you go. It's nice inside. It's got a display cabinet. A little dunny out the back, is it? So that's, yeah. There you go. It's pretty good. It's pretty rare to find like barbed, not barbed, but the cage things. That's not security. That's more decorative, I think, because you won't find big like roller shutter doors and stuff like that. They do have them in Sydney, but not as prevalent in New York. Like, you just get like normal doors like this, for example. But it's a nice sandstone building there. There you go. That's all right. They sort of looks like they tacked on the top, or did they render the top? I don't know, but that one. Nice tiny little store, not much bigger than my lab, and it's smaller than my lab, 40 square meters, and it's 39,000 per year, Aussie. So what's that? 28 grand US or something like that? Hang on, I found a winner here. We're talking 260 West 135th Street, so it's a long way from Lewis. But anyway, this is 1,200 square foot, which isn't too shabby. That's 120 square meters, over double the size of my lab here. And that's only $30 per square foot per year. Wow. So that's only 36,000 Yankee a year. And look, it's not a bad space at all. Check it out. Like, it's got nice tiled floors. It's got aircon. It's all freshly painted. The lights are there. That looks pretty good, right? Or is that a hallway? Oh, no, that's the inside of the space, is it? Sort of some weird narrow thing. Nice bathroom. Check out the bathroom. That's pretty schmick. And outside's a little bit how you doing. But that's actually quite good for New York, isn't it? So yeah, there you go. There's this huge, space one. The boiler room, no access. So you're right next to the boiler room. Is that a good or a bad thing? I'm presuming bad thing, but I didn't, probably makes no difference, right? Space, that's actually pretty pretty good. I don't mind that at all. So that's actually, here is the outside view of this, right? And that looks pretty neat, right? I mean, there's a cop car right outside. I don't know, stuff there, right next to a laundromat. And I don't know. Please tell me if this is a good part of New York or not. Is it highly frequented? I don't know. There's people walking around. There's lots of cars. Looks like it is near a police station. There's a couple of cop cars parked around. Yeah, there's cop cars everywhere, right? So that's not bad. I think I declare that to be a winner chicken dinner in New York. 36 grand. So yeah, that's obviously like right up here in Harlem, West Harlem. I don't know. I've heard Harlem's a bit low rent, is it? But it's like, who knows? Like, you run your business out of there. Looks all right. I reckon if you're looking for a space, that's pretty good. Always wanted to work for yourself and open your own business, but thought it was too complicated and expensive. Look no further as an affordable option. There you go. Yeah, but it's probably not the market that Lewis is after, for example, but, I'm not specifically talking about Lewis requirements here. I'm just talking about, look, there you go. So, I don't know, is that the dodgier end of New York? Leave it in the comments down below. And this space here I really like. I really like that wall and stuff. That's really schmick at 1,250 square feet, and that's only $67 per square foot per year. 1900. Everything's 100 years old. That's 120 years old. Everything in New York is like early 1900s. But yeah, isn't that's really kind of funky. I really like that. It's got like an industrial feel to it. Walls chopped out there. And it's obviously upstairs. Oh, no, that's actually street level. Comes up. Okay, so it's got a basement, does it? Okay. Yeah, yep, there you go. It's got a nice looking basement. Look, it's all fitted out with the lights and everything. That's not too shabby. That ain't too shabby at all. So there it is. Actually, that's not too bad. That location's not too far from Lewis, is it? Where is it? 27th Street or something? That's actually not too far from Lewis. Look, that's 25th Street. Wow. Let's have a look outside there. I found a winner. WeWork. Are they still in business? Are they still in business? Available now. Is that the one? Yeah, you should be able to see the brick. It looks like the brick's going to fall. I don't know. Is that classic New York architecture, is it? I don't know. Is that going to fall down? But there you go. So that's actually quite nice, quite affordable. It's got the spotlight racks and everything. That's like, it's got aircon. Like, the cabling looks up to, it's got PowerPoint. Look, even the basement looks pretty schmick. Right? Am I wrong? There you go. I found 2 schmicko places in New York. And that's, I don't know if that's a good location or not. Right there, West 36th Street or whatever, but I like that, and that's not that expensive. Well, that is $83,000 a year, but that's not that pricey. I mean, so we're talking, that's actually pretty good. So it looks like you can roughly get something in New York that's a similar price to Sydney. That's fairly decent. That's interesting. So I was going to say that, Sydney has a lot more choice, and they are going to be more modern and everything else. And they're going to be a genuine space. That does look like your 1,250 square feet, though. That, especially including that basement. So that does actually look genuine. So, yeah, that's no problems whatsoever. So, yeah, it looks like potentially on par, but Sydney, of course, you get more choice. But there you go. Interesting. So there you go. I've waffled on long enough. I know I probably should have gotten good examples like this, and I could have done a more polished video. But that is the difference between Sydney and New York, and it's pretty much what you'd expect, But New York's so big, but those prices in New York never come down, and they never do the places up, and it's like it's terrible. Muriel. And here we go, 800 to square foot. Let's just have a quick look at this place. Sorry, I can't resist. Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty schmick. That's pretty schmick, is that? Oh, 19th floor. You get space on the 19th floor for your $45 per square foot per year. But yeah, no, you can get really schmick ground level retail stores here in Sydney, and you can probably negotiate, especially in the current COVID crisis, you could definitely negotiate the price down here. Because, yeah, there's none of that bullshit that they have in New York that, you know, because they're in all the funds or whatever, that they can't lower the prices, or at least publicly lower the prices, because then that lowers the price of the building, and then the bank will want them to pony, they'll revalue it because of the lower rent, and therefore they'll have to pony up the difference in the capital price of the capital worth of the unit. So that's not a thing here. You could negotiate those prices down, no problems whatsoever, and they're already advertised at, you know, good places on the ground level, cheaper than the, you know, crappiest crap place in Manhattan. But that's exactly what I expected. Did you expect anything different? Not really. Leave it in the comments down below. So if you found that interesting, if you want me to do more specific videos on commercial real estate, or even just real estate here in Sydney or Australia, let me know. Comments down below. Catch you next time.